Welcome to another heart-stopping story. This tale is a whirlwind of courage, confrontation, and a life-saving twist that will leave you stunned. Meet a doctor whose heartbeats are others, facing a moment that tests his soul. Get ready. You won't look away until the final word. Dr. Marcus Tate gripped the steering wheel of his beat-up sedan, the Chicago streets buzzing with evening traffic. A pediatric surgeon with eyes that carry both kindness and exhaustion, Marcus was racing to a hospital for an emergency call. His phone blared with updates. A 6-year-old girl, Lily, needed urgent surgery. Every second counted. As he turned onto Maple Street, a sleek SUV swerved in front of him, blocking his path. A woman leaned out, her face twisted with anger. "You don't belong here," she shouted, her words dripping with venom. Marcus's heart sank. He'd faced prejudice before, but this was different. Time was slipping away. He honked, his voice calm but firm. "Ma'am, I'm a doctor. I need to pass." Her eyes narrowed, unmoved, and she refused to budge. Who was this woman, and why was she targeting him? The woman, Karen Wells, stood by her SUV, arms crossed, her blonde hair pulled tight in a bun. A real estate agent known for her influence in the upscale neighborhood. She saw Marcus's old car and dark skin as an affront to her pristine world. "Go around," she snapped, ignoring his plea. Marcus's jaw clenched, but he kept his cool, his years of facing bias and medicine stealing him. He glanced at his phone. Lily's condition was worsening. He tried to maneuver, but Karen parked diagonally, trapping him. Neighbors peeked from windows, some whispering, others filming. "I'm trying to save a child," Marcus said, his voice steady but urgent. Karen scoffed. Likely story. Her words cut, but Marcus's focus was on Lily. Could he find a way past her, or was this a fight he couldn't win? Marcus dialed 911, his voice calm but edged with desperation. "I'm a doctor," blocked by a vehicle at Maple and Fifth. "I need to get to St. Mary's Hospital. Emergency surgery." The dispatcher promised an officer, but minutes ticked by with no help. Karen smirked, leaning against her SUV, oblivious to the stakes. A young man, Jamal, approached from the sidewalk, his phone recording. "This ain't right," he said, loud enough for the growing crowd to hear. Marcus nodded, grateful for the ally, but his mind was on Lily. Her parents' panic text flooded his phone. Her fever was spiking. Karen's confidence wavered as Jamal's video streamed live, comments pouring in. But she doubled down, shouting, "He's lying." Marcus's heart pounded. Would the police arrive in time, or was Lily's life slipping away? Sirens finally wailed, and a police cruiser pulled up. Officer Ramirez, a seasoned cop with a no-nonsense demeanor, stepped out, assessing the scene. Marcus explained, his voice steady, showing his hospital ID. Karen interrupted. He was driving recklessly. "I was protecting the neighborhood." Ramirez raised an eyebrow, glancing at Jamal's live feed, now viral with thousands of viewers. "Move your car, ma'am," he said, but Karen refused, claiming her rights. Marcus's phone buzzed. Lily was in critical condition. He felt the weight of every second, his hands trembling. Jamal stepped closer, his voice bold. "She's lying, officer. Check the video." The crowd murmured, some shouting support for Marcus. Would Karen's defiance crumble, or was she too entrenched? Ramirez watched Jamal's video, his face hardening. "Ma'am, move your vehicle now, or I'll have it towed." Karen's cheeks flushed, but she climbed into her SUV, muttering under her breath. Marcus exhaled, his heart racing as he prepared to speed off. But as Karen pulled aside, she clipped a parked car, her SUV lurching to a stop. The crowd gasped, and Marcus saw his chance. He floored the gas, weaving to the narrow gap, his tires screeching. Jamal cheered, still filming, as the live stream exploded with support. Marcus's phone rang. Lily's surgeon colleague, Dr. Patel, was prepping the oar. "Hurry, Marcus," she said. "We're losing her." Could he make it to the hospital in time? Chicago streets blurred as Marcus pushed the sedan to its limits, weaving through traffic. His mind raced with Lily's chart. Severe appendicitis, now septic. He'd operated on dozens of kids, but this felt personal, her small face haunting him from her file photo. He hit a red light, cursing under his breath. Memories of his own childhood flooded back. Growing up in a tough neighborhood, proving himself against doubters. Karen's face merged with those who tried to hold him back. He wouldn't let them win. Not today. The light turned green, and Marcus sped on, St. Mary's Hospital looming ahead. But a text from Dr. Patel chilled him. Lily's crashing. Was he too late? Marcus screeched into the hospital lot, sprinting through the ER doors. Nurses parted as he shouted, "Lily Thompson or 3. Dr. Patel met him, her eyes grave. "She's in cardiac arrest," she said, handing him scrubs. Marcus's heart pounded. He'd never lost a patient, and he wouldn't start now. In the OR, Lily lay pale, monitors beeping erratically. Marcus's hands moved with precision, his team a well-oiled machine. He opened her abdomen, finding the ruptured appendix. Sweat beaded on his brow as he worked. Every second a battle against time. As he sutured, Lily's heart rate stabilized. Marcus exhaled, but the fight wasn't over. Would she pull through, or had the delay cost too much? Hours later, Marcus sat by Lily's bedside in the ICU, her small hand in his. Her parents, Sarah and Tom, clung to each other, their eyes red but hopeful. "You got here just in time," Sarah whispered, tears streaming. Marcus nodded, but guilt gnawed at him. Karen's actions had nearly cost Lily everything. Outside, Jamal's video had gone viral, sparking outrage across Chicago. News vans gathered, reporters clamoring for Marcus's story. He ignored them, his focus on Lily's steady breathing. Dr. Patel squeezed his shoulder. "You're a hero," she said. But Marcus didn't feel heroic. Karen's hate lingered in his mind, a reminder of battles beyond the OR. What would happen when he faced the world again? By morning, Marcus's story was everywhere. TV, social media, even national news. Jamal's live stream had millions of views, with comments calling for justice. Karen's face was plastered across screens, her actions condemned. Marcus watched from the hospital cafeteria, his coffee cold, his mind heavy. Sarah and Tom found him, their gratitude overwhelming. "Lily's awake," Tom said, his voice breaking. Marcus followed them to the ICU, where Lily's weak smile lit up the room. "Thank you, doctor," she whispered. Marcus's heart swelled, but the world outside waited. His phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. "You'll regret this." Was it Karen or something bigger? Marcus returned home, exhausted but relieved. Lily was stable, her recovery promising. But the threatening text gnawed at him. He locked his doors, checking the windows of his modest apartment. Chicago's skyline glittered outside, but it felt like a storm was brewing. Jamal called, his voice urgent. "Doc, Karen's doubling down. She's got friends in high places, saying you provoked her." Marcus's blood boiled. Provoked? He'd only tried to save a life. Jamal added, "She's at a community meeting tonight. You should go." Marcus hesitated. Confronting Karen could escalate things, but staying silent felt like surrender. What would he choose, fight or flight? The community center was packed, the air thick with tension. Karen stood at a podium, her voice sharp, claiming Marcus had endangered the neighborhood. "He sped through our streets," she said, her supporters nodding. Marcus walked in, heads turning, whispers spreading. Jamal was there, live streaming again, his eyes encouraging. Marcus stepped forward, his voice calm but powerful. "I was saving a child's life. You blocked me because of who I am." The room hushed, Karen's face paling. A woman in the crowd stood, clapping. Mrs. Carter, Lily's mom. Karen tried to interrupt, but the crowd's mood shifted. Was Marcus turning the tide, or was Karen's influence too strong? Mrs. Carter spoke, her voice trembling but clear. "Dr. Tate saved my Lily. He's a hero." Others joined her, sharing stories of Marcus's kindness at the hospital. Karen's supporters wavered, some leaving the room. Marcus saw a crack in her armor, but her eyes burned with defiance. Jamal uploaded the meeting's footage, and it spread faster than the first video. Comments poured in, praising Marcus, condemning Karen. But Marcus noticed a man in the back, watching him intently. A lawyer, maybe, or worse. Was Karen planning something bigger? As the meeting ended, Mrs. Carter hugged Marcus. "We're with you," she said. But could he trust this newfound support? The next day, Marcus received a letter from Karen's lawyer, accusing him of defamation and reckless driving. The claims were baseless, but the threat was real. Legal battles could drain his savings, his energy. He sat in his apartment, the weight of it crushing him. Dr. Patel called, her voice fierce. "We'll fight this, Marcus. The hospital's behind you." Jamal texted, offering to start a fundraiser for legal fees. Marcus felt a spark of hope, but the lawyer's name, Richard Voss, rang a bell. Voss was known for ruthless tactics. Lily's smile flashed in Marcus's mind. He couldn't let Karen win, not after everything. But how could he fight a battle off the operating table? Marcus met with a lawyer, Ms. Elena Ruiz, a sharp-minded advocate who'd seen Jamal's videos. Karen's case is weak, but Voss is dangerous, Elena warned. She suggested digging into Karen's history. There might be a pattern. Marcus nodded, his resolve hardening. Jamal and Mrs. Carter helped. Scouring online records, they found complaints against Karen. Tenants she'd harassed, neighbors she'd targeted, all minorities. Marcus's stomach churned. This wasn't just about him. Karen's prejudice ran deep, but Voss was watching. A car followed Marcus home, its windows tinted. Was he in over his head? The tinted car trailed Marcus for days, its presence a constant chill. He confided in Elena, who hired a private investigator, Sam, to track Voss's moves. Sam uncovered a link. Voss and Karen were connected to a powerful real estate developer, eager to keep the neighborhood exclusive. Marcus visited Lily, now recovering at home, her laughter a balm to his nerves. "You're my hero," she said, hugging him. Her words fueled him, but Sam's next call was grim. "Karen's pushing for a restraining order against you." Marcus's heart sank. A restraining order could ruin his career, his life. Could he stop her before it was too late? Elena devised a strategy. Go public with Karen's history before she could file the order. Marcus, Jamal, and Mrs. Carter gathered evidence. Testimonies, documents, even old social media posts where Karen bragged about keeping the neighborhood clean. The truth was ugly but powerful. Jamal organized a press conference. His live stream's now a movement. Marcus hesitated. He was a doctor, not an activist. But Lily's face, her parents' gratitude, pushed him forward. He'd speak out, not for fame, but for justice. As they prepared, Sam called, "Voss knows you're digging. Be careful." What was waiting at the press conference? The hospital's courtyard buzzed with reporters, cameras flashing as Marcus took the podium. He spoke of Lily, of the roadblock, of Karen's pattern of hate. Jamal streamed live, Mrs. Carter at his side, holding up photos of Lily. The crowd listened, riveted, as Marcus's voice carried quiet strength. Karen arrived, flanked by Voss, her face a mask of outrage. "Lies!" she shouted, but the evidence was undeniable. Social media erupted, hashtags like #JusticeForDRT trending. Elena handed out packets of Karen's complaints, each one a nail in her coffin. But Voss whispered to Karen, his eyes on Marcus. Was a counterattack coming? By evening, Karen's reputation was in tatters, her real estate business crumbling. But Voss struck back, leaking a doctored video claiming Marcus had provoked the incident. Online trolls pounced, and Marcus's phone buzzed with hate messages. He felt the walls closing in. Dr. Patel rallied the hospital staff, who posted testimonials about Marcus's character. Jamal's followers fought back online, sharing the truth. Lily's parents held a vigil outside the hospital, candles glowing from Marcus. Their support warmed him, but the hate stung deep. Elena called. "Voss is desperate. He's planning something big." What was the lawyer's final play? Sam, the investigator, uncovered a bombshell. Voss had bribed a witness to lie about Marcus's driving. The witness, a young man named Ty, was scared but willing to talk. Marcus met him in a diner, Ty's hands shaking as he confessed. "They paid me, but I can't do this." Marcus listened, his heart heavy but hopeful. Ty's testimony could destroy Voss's case, but it put Ty at risk. Elena moved fast, filing a motion to expose the bribe. Jamal spread the word, his live streams relentless. But that night, Marcus's car was vandalized, tires slashed. Was Voss sending a message, or was Karen behind it? In court, Elena presented Ty's testimony, the room electric with tension. Karen sat stone-faced, Voss whispering furiously. Marcus took the stand, his voice steady as he recounted the roadblock, Lily's surgery, and Karen's hate. The judge's eyes softened, but Voss's cross-examination was brutal. "You're no hero," Voss sneered, playing the doctor video. Marcus stayed calm, his truth unshaken. Elena countered with Jamal's original footage, Ty's confession, and Karen's history. The courtroom gasped as the evidence piled up. The judge called a recess, promising a ruling soon. Marcus's heart pounded. Would justice prevail? The judge returned, her voice clear. Dr. Tate's actions were heroic. The case against him is dismissed. Cheers erupted, Marcus hugging Elena and Jamal. Karen's face crumpled, Voss storming out. Lily's parents, in the gallery, wept with relief. Outside, reporters swarmed, but Marcus focused on a text from Lily. "I'm proud of you." His heart swelled, but Karen's glare lingered as she left. Would she accept defeat, or was her hate too deep? Jamal's live stream hit 10 million views. The city rallying for Marcus. But a new message chilled him. This isn't over. Who was behind it? Marcus returned to work, his focus on patients like Lily, now back to school. The hospital honored him, but he shrugged off the praise, his mind on the anonymous threat. Elena assured him Voss was under investigation, but Marcus felt eyes watching him. Jamal visited, his energy infectious. "You're a legend, Doc," he said, planning a documentary on Marcus's story. Mrs. Carter brought Lily, who hugged Marcus tight. "You're my superhero," she said. Their love grounded him, but the threat loomed. Late at night, Marcus found a note on his doorstep. "Leave Chicago." Was Karen back, or was it someone new? Marcus refused to run. He met with Elena and Sam, who traced the note to a low-level thug tied to Voss. "They're scared," Sam said. "You expose their world." Marcus realized this wasn't just about him. It was about every person Karen had targeted. He partnered with Jamal, starting a community fund to help victims of discrimination fight back. Lily's parents joined, their gratitude fueling the cause. Marcus spoke at schools, sharing his story, inspiring kids like Jamal to dream big. But the thug's threats escalated. Phone calls, shadows outside his apartment. Could Marcus keep fighting without losing himself? Sam uncovered Voss's endgame, a smear campaign to discredit Marcus and revive Karen's business. The thug was a pawn, paid to intimidate. Marcus felt anger, but also clarity. This wasn't just personal. It was systemic. He'd fight for more than himself. Elena filed charges against Voss, while Jamal's documentary gained traction, exposing the developer behind Karen. Chicago rallied, protests forming outside Voss's office. Marcus joined, his voice steady, calling for justice. But the thugs struck again, slashing Marcus's tires at the hospital. Was this a warning or the start of something worse? Marcus confronted the thug in an alley near the hospital, his heart pounding but his voice firm. "Tell Voss it's over," he said. The thug laughed, but Marcus saw fear in his eyes. Jamal, nearby, recorded it all, his live stream capturing the truth. The thug fled, but Marcus's phone buzzed with a call from Elena. Voss is cutting a deal. He's naming names. Karen's empire was collapsing, her allies abandoning her. Marcus felt a flicker of hope, but also exhaustion. How much more could he take? Lily's drawing arrived in the mail, a stick figure Marcus with a cape. He smiled, renewed. Could this be the end of the fight? Voss's deal exposed a developer, a tycoon named Grayson, who'd funded Karen's campaign. Arrests followed, Grayson's company crumbling under public outrage. Karen vanished, her house for sale, her name a pariah. Marcus watched the news, relief mixed with disbelief. The community fund grew, helping families fight discrimination. Jamal's documentary premiered, packed theaters cheering Marcus's name. Lily attended, her smile bright, her parents proud. Marcus felt their love, but the scars of the fight lingered. A new threat loomed. Grayson's allies vowed revenge. Would Marcus ever be free? Marcus didn't seek fame or revenge. Instead, he opened a free clinic in his old neighborhood, serving kids like he once was. Jamal volunteered, filming stories of hope while Lily's family helped fund it. The clinic became a beacon, proving love could outshine hate. Elena kept Voss's case alive, ensuring justice endured. Mrs. Carter organized community watches, protecting the clinic from threats. Marcus worked long hours, his heart full, knowing every child he helped was a win against Karen's world. But late at night, Marcus found another note. "We're watching." Was peace an illusion? Sam traced a note to a disgraced associate of Grayson's, desperate to scare Marcus. He gathered Jamal, Elena, and the community, forming a plan. They'd expose the last of Grayson's network, ending the threats for good. Marcus led, his voice a beacon. At a rally, Marcus spoke, his words raw. "Hate tried to stop me, but love won." The crowd roared, Jamal streaming to millions. The associate was arrested, his threats empty. Marcus felt the weight lift, his heart free at last. Lily ran to him, her drawing now framed in the clinic. "You're my hero forever," she said. The clinic thrived, a symbol of resilience. Marcus trained young doctors, passing on his skill and heart. Jamal's documentary won awards, inspiring change nationwide. Lily, now healthy, volunteered, her laughter filling the halls. Marcus knew this was his true calling. Mrs. Carter led community programs, turning pain into progress. Elena took on new cases, fighting for others like Marcus. Chicago embraced him, not as a hero, but as a neighbor who never gave up. His heart swelled, the threats of fading memory. But one question lingered. Could he keep this peace, or was another battle coming? One evening, Marcus found a package at the clinic, a box of letters from kids he'd saved, each one thanking him. Lily's was on top, with a new drawing, Marcus surrounded by children, hearts above them. Tears fell as he read her words. "You taught me to be brave." At a community event, Lily took the stage, her voice clear. "Dr. Tate saved me, not just from sickness, but from hate." The crowd stood, cheering, as Marcus joined her, speechless. His fight had sparked a movement, proving one man's heart could change a city. As he looked out, Jamal filming, Mrs. Carter smiling, Marcus knew. This was his legacy, built not on fame, but on love. Thank you for joining Marcus's incredible journey. If this story moved you, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and leave a comment about what touched you most. Subscribe to our channel for more unforgettable stories that blend heart and courage.